How's it going, YouTube? Broke Boy Tactical here, and tonight I am remaking my Streamlight Microstream video because once again YouTube took another one of my videos down. I have no idea. Apparently I'm trying to sell things. I looked into, they took down my Civivi Shredder video and they said that I was advertising, or excuse me, advocating the sale or trying to sell weapons, and I rebuked that, and they were like, okay, we'll put your video back up, but I had already put up a new one, so it didn't matter. But they took my Streamlight Microstream video down, so I'm here to remake it. So it was a two-parter. Just full disclaimer, I had a problem with my first Streamlight Microstream USB. Not the first one I ever owned. If you go back and look at my Spyderco Dragonfly video, I actually own one of these, and that flashlight was fine. But I didn't buy that flashlight. It was gifted to me by a friend, and so it was used. But the first one that I bought was a complete lemon. And full disclaimer, this is getting to a positive place. I don't think this is a Streamlight bashing video. I'm fully well aware these are one of the most popular EDC flashlights on the market, and for a good reason. But the one I got was a piece of shit. It would not come out of the high mode, this mode right here. It would not go to the low setting. It would get extremely hot even in this setting. And quite honestly, I really do believe it was burning hotter than 250 lumens in the high setting. There was just something really wrong with that light. I tried replacing the battery. It was just a bad light. So I returned it to Amazon, and Amazon was happy to replace it. And I got this guy right here. And this is a $29 flashlight. It has aluminum construction. It's a tail switch activation, and it's a really nice tail switch too. One of the flaws with this design is that these can come on in your pocket sometimes, like if you sit a certain way. But as you can see, this button, it takes some force. Like it's a very deliberate action. And even if you do manage to just slightly press on it, once you come off the pressure, it'll just turn right off. So this coming on in your pocket, not a big deal. The flashlight itself does not get hot. Like under any circumstances. I mean, it gets, a little over room temperature if you leave it on the high setting for too long. It can get a little warm-ish, but honestly, this is one of the better feeling flashlights that I've owned when it comes to that. And I love Phoenix flashlights. I know a lot of people have mixed emotions about Phoenix, kind of like Olight, but Phoenix makes great flashlights. I'm a Phoenix fanboy. And I have to say that, I'm becoming a Streamlight fanboy now. Just off this little guy right here, I'm really thinking about getting a Microstream. I really want to try it. I'm really impressed with this. It's not the most, fancy looking flashlight in the world. I do think Olight's design is a little bit sleeker, a little bit better, but when it comes down to the performance of the flashlight, I've had some Olights. I've had an Olight i5T EOS, an i3T EOS, and an i5R. And I was really honestly okay with my i5T EOS. That's a AA power flashlight. That flashlight was really solid, but my i3T just felt really cheap, and my i5R had a broken charging port right out of the box. So, not really a huge fan of Olight. I've got to say, even though I had a little bit of a hiccup when I got this off Amazon, I'm really impressed with this flashlight so far. You've got a low setting of, let me get us in the dark here. You've got a low setting of 50 lumens, which for EDC, as you can see, is plenty adequate. You need to find your keys in the dark or anything like that. 50 lumens is perfectly adequate. And if you need to go brighter, you've got 250 lumens. I believe you get an hour of runtime out of this, which is not bad. Correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong, but I believe you get an hour of runtime out of this guy right here. 250 lumens is nothing to sneeze at. Full disclosure, I'm going to flash this at you. Pretty decent little light. Not what I would call like the most adequate, self-defense, tactical self-defense flashlight. Even though they do make a tactical model in the tan, this and that, this is the regular model. 250 is like right at that low end of tactical. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want 250 lumens in my face. It would disorient me, especially in the dark. But I don't know if I can recommend this as your EDC self-defense flashlight. There are better flashlights for that. There's even a better model for that. But for EDC, this is really hard to beat for 30 bucks. It's really solid. You've got a USB charging port right here. You just lift up on this little hood right here, and there you go. They recommend that you use the cord that they give you and only the cord that they give you. And that's the cord that they give you. So, it works. But I wish they gave you a better cord. But it's a $30 flashlight, and if military, law enforcement officers, firefighters, and EMS swear by these things, there's obviously a good reason for it. And I will say this thing has run flawlessly since I've got it. I think for $30, you're gonna be really hard pressed to beat this flashlight. You really just are. I don't think you're gonna be able to beat it for $30. Some people may argue that Olights are better. I disagree within personal experience. I mean, they're definitely okay. They're battery-powered flashlights like the i3T and the i5T. They're okay. But as far as rechargeable flashlights go, this is less expensive than the i5R, and I think it's leaps and bounds better. The fit and finish is much better. It just feels like much better quality. Streamlight is a U.S. company, but these are made, I do believe, in Taiwan or China. They are made overseas. An interesting fact, if I read the manual correctly, the charging port is actually made in France. Yeah. So it's not 100% American, but it is an American company, so if that matters to you, there you go. But this is just a great little flashlight. It carries in the pocket like effortlessly. It weighs nothing, you know. Nice deep carry pocket clip. Doesn't get in the way. Easy to access, and you do have the tactical little press where you don't have to turn it all the way on. You can just yeah, I mean, whatever. It's just a really great flashlight. I'm not going to really be able to tell you guys anything that you probably don't already know about the Microstream. I just wanted to remake this video because YouTube just keeps taking down my videos, and I'm not really sure why. I'm not like a big channel or anything like that, but I've heard this has been happening to a lot of channels in the EDC community lately, so I would encourage you to just keep reposting them. They threatened to demonetize me. Go look at how many subscribers I have and look at how funny that statement is. I don't even have enough watch hours, if you know what that is, like hours watched to even or number of subscribers to qualify to be monetized. And they're like, if you don't quit advertising weapons, we're going to demonetize you. And it was like, okay. I do this strictly for you guys. I do this because I feel like there's a lot of professionals out there who really do a great job of bringing you reviews and details and specs, but there's not a whole lot of people out there that like to bring you the real deal, like the average Joe, like, hey, in layman's terms, no, scientific BS or, like terminology or whatever. What do you think of the flashlight? And I'm going to say that no matter your flashlight needs, I think that the Streamlight Microstream USB is a really solid choice. So that's where I'm going to end the video. I hope you enjoyed this. Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.